Hey everybody, it's Jimmy from the DIY and Digital, and today we're doing some operations and I'm showing you how I route a car around my layout. Welcome back everybody. Today we're doing some operations, and I've had quite a few people ask me to show them how I route a single car from point A to point B in an operation session on my layout. And today we're going to do that. So before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. Okay, let's get right into it. Right here we have the Yardmaster switch list generator. Now I've shown you how to make this from scratch in a Google Sheet in a previous video. I will link that right up here as well as in the description below. So we're going to pick a car to follow from point A to point B. This is the routing for all the cars that will be in the operation session today. So we are going to pick RPCX 106. It is a box car and is going to be coming from the Spartanburg yard, which is a staging yard in my layout, and is going to the lumber yard that is in Kings Mountain. So let's go ahead and hop on over to the layout. Alright, so this is RPCX 106. It has already been loaded onto the Charlotte manifest that goes out of Spartanburg, and it will need to go to the lumber yard in Kings Mountain. Let's take a look at the routing that the car is going to need to take. So the car ultimately needs to end up in Kings Mountain. So we need to figure out what trains service that particular industry. In this case, it is the Gaston Local that comes out of Charlotte. There are no trains that come out of Spartanburg that serve this industry. So that means that we are going to have to take this car to Charlotte, and then it's going to have to be loaded onto the Gaston Local to be serviced out to this area. The first step in this is that the car takes off with the Spartanburg manifest. The train then heads through Gastonia. Once the train arrives in the Charlotte yard, it's broken up and cars are sent where they need to go. Two of the cars on the train need to go on the Gaston Local to be taken to industries in Gaston and Cleveland counties. They're placed on the train and the Gaston Local can roll out. Our car is now headed to its destination, the lumber yard in Kings Mountain. Our local arrives in Gastonia and begins switching some of the local industries. Our little box car will have to wait until the train can head to Kings Mountain to do the switching of the Kings Mountain industries. Once the train has completed its switching operations in Gastonia, it drops off its pickups on a siding, then hooks up to its Kings Mountain deliveries. Today, that's just our little box car. Kings Mountain only has two industries, a lumber yard and a scrap yard, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to switch. There are no runaround tracks in Kings Mountain or in the lead up to Kings Mountain, so the train has to be positioned properly when it leaves Gastonia. To do this in the least amount of moves possible, we're going to pick the car up from the scrap yard first, using our box car as a handle. We'll then use both of those cars as handles to pick up the box car at the lumber yard. Once that is done, we'll place the two pickups on the scrapyard siding so that we can place our boxcar delivery. Our local arrives in Kings Mountain and prepares for its switching operations. Now that we've cleared our siding, we can place our delivery. Now we just have to retrieve our pickups and we can head back to the yard. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this gives you a little better idea of how I route cars around my layout. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Happy railroading.